We look back at one play. That one play. Talk to us about the impact it had on the Saints, but also the integrity of the whole NFL.
Well, it's the play that'll live in infamy for as long as the NFL exists. This is going to be the worst nightmare the NFL has ever envisioned prior to a Super Bowl, because once everybody convenes in Atlanta for a week, it's all anybody's going to want to talk about. Nobody wants to hear about Bill Belichick and the Patriots again in the Super Bowl. Even the people in Los Angeles don't want to hear about the Rams for the most part. And this will be Roger Goodell's worst nightmare when he has to face the press, and all they want to talk about is that terrible call that deprived the Saints of the Superdome. I mean, I don't think the city has gotten over it or will get over it for a long, long time. Everybody likens it to what's happened last year with the Vikings, but that was just a play that went wrong. This was a game that was stolen from the Saints.
Right, it's so different. You know, when you lose fair and square, it's one thing. When it's just taken from you, it's a whole nother.
The worst non-call in NFL history, and you'll see a lot of repercussions of this. This will be, the rule change will be at the impetus of the Saints, and there will be a rule change whereby pass interference being called or not being called can be reviewed and can be rectified when it's egregiously wrong.
Should fans boycott the NFL until that rule is enacted?
I wouldn't be unhappy if they did. I would understand if they did. I think a lot of Saints fans will boycott the Super Bowl, and I think a lot of people nationwide will boycott the Super Bowl. I think this is going to be, I hate to say it because it's on this station, but I think this is going to be the worst rated Super Bowl in history because it's tainted.
But was it intentional?
No.
Is the game rigged?
No. No. Yeah, everybody has their conspiracy theories. There's no possible way that would happen. If something like that ever was broached by a Roger Goodell or somebody in the front office of the NFL and somebody went public with it, it would destroy the game. That's the whole integrity of the game and all the people who bet on it, and that's most everybody. So no, this was not rigged. You're not going to see a replay. You're not going to see it picked up from that moment. You're not going to see the game being played over again. That would be precedent setting, and the NFL would never want to do this. So it's over. Besides the memory, it's over as far as the outcome.
And yet there are provisions for the commissioner to do just that, right? To order a replay, and now we've got an attorney here in New Orleans, demanding it in the form of a lawsuit, but you're thinking it's not, no chance.
No chance. No, I think the provision, and Doug had something on this last night. It was very well explained. This is for a catastrophe interrupting the game, an earthquake, a hurricane arriving mid-game in an outdoor game, something like this, something very cataclysmic. It's not to just reverse the outcome of the game. That's the provision for that rule.
On Super Bowl Sunday, there have been some suggestions that we should have a parade. Your thoughts on that?
I don't see that happening either. I think it's well-intentioned, but you're going to bring back the team for this, who've scattered to every point's unknown, all four corners of the United States and probably on the beaches somewhere during Super Bowl week. So who would you bring back? Sean Payton? And it's a nice thought. Plus you've got to have police protection and spend money for that. I don't see that happening either. I think it's a nice idea. It's a nice sentiment. I don't believe it'll happen.